So today I would like to speak a little bit about a funny topic, in a way funny. And the topic came up lately when I went to my acupuncturist for a natural treatment of the body, but also of the face. And on the way there on my bike, I saw a person, a woman, that I called spontaneously a mole, person, right? Because she reminded me of a mole, and she had like these red lips, like this huge red lips, and the whole face was just stretched back enormously. And she was about maybe 60, 65 or so with her partner. And I was like, whoa, this in the morning, just like it struck me, it frightened me also a little bit because, I became aware that she is not aware how she looks, really. She just feels like, wow, this is beautiful. But for me, it was more like, wow, this is like a ghost face or a mole face. And then I went to my acupuncturist and we spoke a little bit about women in my age, in our age, and this question came up that I would like to elaborate a little bit with you. Am I allowed to age? Are we as women, as men also, but especially as women, are we allowed to age, to grow older? And are we allowed that our face, our body shows that a little bit? Because in other cultures, you see that, for example, in indigenous people or in the Tibetan culture or other cultures, you see beautiful old women and men with thousands of wrinkles and shining eyes and a beauty. They have a special kind of beauty, a special kind of wisdom of knowing that pours out of every pore of their faces, also through the wrinkles. Now, of course, you also might know what's happening nowadays, that a lot of people go through surgery, facial surgeries, and they fluff up the lips and they stretch the face back and so that no wrinkles show. So why do we do that? Why somehow does the female have to stay young and fresh always? And in that way, young and fresh, because that doesn't mean that you are only young and fresh when you have a face like this, right? But obviously, the industry in our time is a little bit like this. And yeah, we could say on one hand, it's this kind of illusion or this belief that if I stay young and fresh and I look younger, I have better possibilities on the market. Like men want me more, or my man likes me more, or if I have bigger breasts, I get a better partner. This is all these beliefs that we have. And of course, deep down behind all that is a deep insecurity. An insecurity and questions about, am I okay as I am? Can I get a partner or affection even with my body and my face as they are? So a lot of these surgeries that are done nowadays, beauty salons and all that, they are based on the insecurity of the woman. That they think, I only look nice enough if I do that. Or there's some complexes about it. So that could be one reason for that. But on the other hand, I'm also wondering, is there somewhere also a deep fear of our body growing older and finally maybe us dying eventually? That this body, falls apart and dies. So is it somewhere also kind of a trial of humanity to keep ourselves young forever? And I don't mean internally young, but externally young. So that we don't have to look at that eventually we all fall into our graves anyway. Right? We can stretch that illusion, that Maya, a little bit longer, and we can keep it a little bit longer, that we can believe that illusion to be true, that this body can forever stay young and we can somehow live forever. But this is not the truth. So somehow what I see going on now is that the more the women feed that picture of the ever young women, the more we start to believe that to be true. And we start to get attached in a false sense of self. Attached in a sense of self that I can somehow grasp and hold that, never aging body, and I just keep it there. Right? It's almost like a psychosis, right? I keep it like it is and I don't want to let go. And I mean, we could go deeper into that in discussing, is that good, is that bad, but I don't want to go there. I just see that already very young people that are perfectly fine start to do that. And of course it is as it is, but if we look deeper into ourselves and if we could develop, maybe even at the early age, a sense for who we truly are inside of ourselves, then we could discover something that is beyond aging, something that has no age and that doesn't age. And we could get in touch with our true soul or true self and really taste that, really taste it and really feel like, wow, there's something in me that has no age, that never ages, that is always here. And if I start to tap into that source inside of myself, I also tap in that source of eternal juvenility in a way, right? Because if I tap into that source will shine out of me with or without wrinkles. But people can see that light when this goes on. And this kind of eternity that shines through your body is felt outside and inside. And then you somehow become free of these questions. You might still take care of your face, of your body in a good way, but somehow you can accept that this body will grow old. And this body eventually will fall away. But before it falls away, you have discovered that eternal source in you, which will just continue as it has always been continuing. So maybe this can be of value for all you women out there that are aging like me, and also for the young female out there, right? That, yeah, do what you have to do, but just realize that this one is just a vehicle we are traveling in for a certain time, and eventually it will fall off anyways. And if during that time we travel in this vehicle, we can discover our deeper source of being and establish ourselves in that, we become somehow forever young, internally young. They call this the inner beauty shining through. So I hope this is useful for you, and I wish you a very pleasant time with this beautiful, unique vehicle that you have, and in your deep connection with your inner being. So take care.